Hey, how are you? Just popping up after an epic night tonight, out in the streets of Melbourne, having with SureSmiles. What an epic opportunity! Pat Henderson and I from SureFact Group have been out and about touching hearts. Why SureSmiles? Because SureFact and the business of smiles creates SureSmiles, and we really have tonight. So I'm actually going to spin the camera around because I want to have a quick chat with Pat and share with you what's actually happened tonight. It's quite interesting. We're sitting here. I'm actually a bit tired because it takes a lot of energy, but we'll run through that with Pat. All right, here we go. Pat, how are you, mate?
Great, thanks, Scott. What a experience. I'm got nothing left in the tank, but absolutely sensational evening. Walking around Melbourne, mingling with all the Tay-Tay fans. It was a special night. It was really exhilarating, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, sensational.
What was your biggest surprise tonight?
The surprise is, which I knew before, is mental health doesn't discriminate. It doesn't pick you out. So the people that you least expect that, are suffering from mental health are the ones that they need the smile, they need the sock, they need the movement. There's a real touching moment tonight where this guy, we spotted him from the other side of the road. He was by himself sitting on a chair and head down, body language is closed body language, and he was engrossed in his phone. And Tim went over and gave him a pair of socks. And, you and I were talking and we were handing out some socks. But he come over and he had a tear in his eye and he just goes, you don't know what it actually meant to me. He was a business owner. He had a really bad day. We all get that as business owners. There's always bad days, right? But he's so engrossed in it and he just goes, you don't know how much it meant to me coming and having this conversation. He told us about his friend Momo that committed suicide, unfortunately, 4 months ago because no one actually checked in on him. No one didn't have the tool in the toolbox to have a conversation. And, it really resonated with me today. So as far as I know, it's been a resounding success because we have changed one life tonight.
Yeah.
So, really special.
Well, there's quite a few guys that we actually touched tonight. There was many, many different levels. But I think for me, the one of the things I've really enjoyed, right? You're a big lad.
Yeah.
Right? The height-wise, what, 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
6'5", right? And connecting with people as a big man, it can be daunting, right?
Absolutely.
For them and just connecting back.
Yeah.
So what did you learn about yourself tonight?
I really took that. I am a big, intimidating guy. I've got a shaved head, gold chains, tattoos. People would have a certain idea in their head about me, which is totally far from the truth. But I'm daunting. I'll go and I'm walking up, I look like a big gorilla with a pair of bright yellow socks. They don't know what's going on. And early on, there was fear in people's faces. They sat there and wanted to sort of listen. Not because they wanted to hear the message, because they're actually frightened. So I had to actually change my approach. And, it was great speaking to you, changing my body language, my dynamic, the way I approached. I got down to their level. I stood beside them so I didn't stand over them. So I got some really good takeaways from it that I can use in daily life. You forget that when you're sort of running a business and you're speaking to people, that you can be big and daunting and, it's really, I've got a lot of good takeaways from it, to be honest.
It's pretty humbling, isn't it, when you realise how you project yourself and what comes out, because so often we connect with people and we're talking and we're focusing on the conversation, but we're not concentrating on what our body is giving them. Correct. And that language with that.
Correct.
Because we actually, most of our conversation, from our tonality to our physiology, really does embrace the conversation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
And look, to be honest, I thought I had that aspect covered because I am a private investigator. So when I am actually out taking a statement of someone, the biggest thing you need to do as an investigator, you need to create rapport and make them feel comfortable with you. But I realised today that might not necessarily be the case. So, it's, really a good learning experience for me.
Yeah, well, it's a humbling experience when you realise just how much your physiology, as a big guy, has an impact on people.
Absolutely.
So, taking that on board, it's interesting, right? Because it's pretty emotional night.
It was. It was an emotional night. I'd certainly shed a few tears. I'm not scared to say that, because the story that that gentleman shared about Momo, like, it was really hit home. Really sad.
And look at it, like, as you are well aware, tonight I've had to step aside to take a couple of phone calls, right?
Absolutely.
And it's a real thing in our society.
Yeah.
And catching people before they fall, like, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
So,
it's like it's not a permanent solution for a temporary problem. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'd rather you call me at 4 a.m. than I'm going to your funeral. Like, I'd drop anything for anyone. So,
yeah. And that's what I love about you. Big heart coming out. And I'm really enjoying connecting, with you, with our lives, with everything. And I'm just loving it. But what would you say as a recommendation? What would you say to people about coming and doing this? Because it's challenging, right?
It is challenging. It's a lot more difficult than you think. Like, you're talking about my body language, right? It's Friday night, Tay-Tay's playing, Matchbox 20's in town. There's probably an A-League game going on as well. The city is jam-packed. People are going about their daily lives. They have close body language. Like, you're walking a million miles an hour. You want to try and stop and have a chat, and their language is saying, get away from me, I don't want to talk to you, I've got my own things I need to do. So it is like, that was probably the hardest takeaway for me. That I thought would be easy. I've worked in the security game, I've worked in clubs, pubs, nightclubs, had to kick people out. So going up to a group of intimidating people to say, hey, your night's over, you're out of here, is not something that I find too difficult. I'm used to it and seasoned at it. But this was a challenge, as you saw. Like, it was it was like I was at my first blue light disco.
So what are you going to take away from it?
I'm going to take away that it was such a special moment, and I need to do this more. I need to get back to reality, because it doesn't matter. You think you're having a bad day, right? And you're focused inward on yourself and how bad things are going for you. You don't think about how other people are going and what impact and things other people are facing. So it's actually to step outside your own worries for once and give back. The feeling of giving back was sensational, there was a lot of stories shared, some tears shed, and it's something that is sensational, that I would like to do it over, quite regularly, monthly basis. I'd even want my son and my stepchildren to come and do it. I think it's really important.
Yeah. Maybe SureSmiles is a thing. Maybe we can do this more often.
I think it's a movement, and I think SureSmiles is a thing.
Yeah.
That's spread one smile at a time. That's what it's about.
And that one smile does make a difference, right?
Oh, it is. It's absolutely, it makes a difference. It's then like the feeling you get when you see them light up and smile, and just like, it's you can't quantify that. There's no price you can put on that.
No, I agree with that. But it's a gut-wrenching feeling when people say no too, isn't it?
It is, particularly when you see that they actually are the ones that really need it. We had that one that, we said, this guy really, and mate, that's heartbreaking. As soon as we said what it's about, he handed it back, he shut down, and went on his way, and that's, I think that's society and the stigma attached with mental health, and that's what we're trying to break down, the mental health awareness. It's okay not to be okay. Speak up. The black dots symbolise everyone has that dark day. There's no one that no one gets away from that. Saying, as I said before, mental health doesn't discriminate. Depression doesn't discriminate.
No.
The funniest guy on the planet, Robin Williams, committed suicide.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming. So it doesn't discriminate. So people put on a mask. You've got to dig behind it and really focus on, it's okay to talk. And if someone opens up with you, you've got to take it on board and listen to it and help.
Well, we're going to do some stuff around that. We're looking at doing some bigger things, bigger conversations too. So I'm looking forward to embracing that. Mate, I can't thank you enough for being here. I can't thank you enough for enjoying what is my heart and connecting together. SureSmiles.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it. So
And it's going to get bigger. The movement's going to continue. It's going to get bigger and better, and we're going to take it over.
100%.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, giddy up.
And I'm really excited about the shirt too.
Well, the trademark shirts. How many comments did you get about the trademark shirts?
A million. Like, I even think at one stage people thought we were Tay-Tay's backup dancers. So, mate, it was sensational. They loved it. So, yeah, I'm not scared to wear something this bright, walking around town. It was amazing. So, yeah, kudos to trademark.
Yeah, giddy up. Conversation starters, and there was a lot started tonight.
That was.
Yeah. Mate,
and from my heart to yours, I thank you, because it's an experience that I'll never forget, and I'll always hold dear to my heart. So thank you for opening my eyes and taking me on this journey. I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate that. Can I, so for my own purposes, right, I walk up to people that most people won't.
Correct, and I saw that tonight.
What was it like seeing that?
I was proud of you, mate, because they were the people that probably looked like me, intimidating, big stature, and you just strolled right up, didn't have a care in the world, and you always had your approach, so you make a great investigator because you can read people, you created rapport, and you broke down those barriers, I remember I tried to give socks away and I got the old Dusty Martin, don't argue, and you've ripped them out of my hand and you've got it, and basically you're best mates by the end of it, I'm like, geez, this bloke's all right, he's showing me up a bit.
Yeah, look, it's an important thing that when we do this, we support each other.
Yeah.
It takes great courage to step out and connect with people, right? But the contribution was amazing.
Oh, it was. It was a special evening.
Yeah, brilliant. Out of 10, experience-wise, what do you reckon?
15.
Whoa, giddy up.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, I recommend anyone watching this, do it. It is a bucket list, right? And, you're exhausted. You have given everything. There's nothing left in the tank, right? Do yourself a favour. Speak to Scott. Get on the program, and let's do it.
Yeah. Because it's a pretty big personal development night, isn't it?
It is. It is. It actually, it shows a lot about you. It brings up, things, and it's amazing. And it's getting out of your comfort zone. That's only that's one of the places where you get true growth, is when you actually learn to work within the areas of discomfort. And you saw it tonight. I had particular people that I didn't feel comfortable going to speak to, but you were making me go and speak to them every single time. So, it's when you get true growth, is when you're in the uncomfortable space.
Yeah, agree with that. Yeah, giddy up. Mate, thank you. Great video. We'll catch up. There'll be plenty more to come.
Absolutely.
Great start. Thank you, mate.
No, thank you, mate. I really appreciate it.
All right, now, button.